There is something I have learned after 20 years of listening to women, something that took me a very long time to understand. Women do not hide their desire. They hide it from themselves sometimes. They bury it under exhaustion, under responsibility, under the weight of years spent taking care of everyone else. But when a woman wants intimacy, truly wants it, her body speaks a language that cannot be faked. Not with words, not with effort, not with performance. Her body simply reveals her. And most men are looking for the wrong things. They are looking for obvious signals, for her to reach across the bed, for her to say something direct, for her to light candles and put on music. And while those things do happen, they are not the first signs. They are not the most honest signs. The most honest signs are quiet. They are gentle. They are almost invisible. And once you learn to see them, you will never again wonder whether she wants you. Because a woman who wants intimacy will always do these 6 behaviors. Let me begin with the first one. She faces you, not just her body, her whole self. I remember a woman named Virginia. Virginia was 56 years old, married for 31 years. She came to see me not because her marriage was in trouble, but because she felt like a ghost in her own home. She said, "I sit next to my husband on the couch every single night. And every single night, he watches television with his body turned away from me. His shoulder is a wall between us." I asked her, "What do you do?" She said, "I turn toward him. I angle my knees in his direction. I leave my hand on the cushion between us. Just in case." Virginia did not say, "I want you." She did not reach for him. She did not announce her longing. She just faced him. And he never noticed. Because he was looking for something louder, something that demanded his attention, something that could not be ignored. But here is what he did not understand. When a woman wants intimacy, she will orient her body toward you. Even when she is tired, even when she is distracted, even when she has every reason to turn away, she will point her heart in your direction. Not because she is trying to start something, because she cannot help it. Her body is drawn to you like a flower turning toward the sun. And if you are not looking, you will miss the most honest invitation she will ever give you. The second behavior. She slows her breathing to match yours. This one is so subtle that most men never notice it. But it is one of the most powerful signs I have ever witnessed. I worked with a couple named Philip and Rose, married for 42 years. Philip came to me because he felt like Rose had lost interest in him completely. He said she never says no, but she never says yes either. She just allows. And I cannot tell if she wants me or if she is just being polite. So I asked Rose a question. "Rose, when you and Philip are lying in bed at night, what do you notice about your own breathing?" Rose thought for a moment. Then she said something beautiful. "When I want to be close to him, I listen to his breath. And I try to match it. In and out. Slow and slow. It makes me feel connected. Even before he touches me." I turned to Philip. "Have you ever noticed that?" Philip's face softened. "No," he said. "I never knew to listen for it." This is what I want you to understand. A woman's breath is the most honest part of her. She cannot fake her breathing. She cannot control it the way she controls her words or her face or her hands. When she wants you, her breath will seek yours. It will slow down. It will soften. It will sink. Not because she is trying, because her body is preparing for closeness. Because her nervous system is saying, "I am safe. I am ready. I am here." So tonight, listen. Just listen. Do not touch. Do not ask. Just notice her breath. If it is shallow and fast, she is not ready. If it is slow and deep and somehow sinking with yours, she is already wanting you. The third behavior. She finds excuses to be alone with you. Not in a dramatic way. Not in a "let us send the kids to grandma's house" way. In small ways. She stays in the kitchen after dinner while you wash the dishes. She lingers in the bedroom while you change your clothes. She suggests a walk to the mailbox. Together. She turns off the television 10 minutes before bedtime just to sit in the quiet with you. These are not coincidences. These are not habits. These are invitations. Let me tell you about a man named Stanley. Stanley was 62, married to a woman named Irene for 38 years. Stanley came to me feeling rejected. He said, "Irene never wants to be alone with me anymore. She is always on her phone, always reading, always busy." So I asked Irene the same question. She looked at me with tired eyes. I am alone with Stanley every single night. I sit next to him on the couch for 2 hours every single night. He just does not notice because he is watching sports. I said, Irene, do you want to be alone with Stanley? She paused. Then she whispered, I want to. But he never looks up. So I stopped trying. This broke my heart. Because Irene had been offering herself night after night. She was sitting next to him. She was present. She was available. And Stanley was watching a screen. He was missing the third behavior completely. If a woman wants intimacy, she will create one-on-one time with you. Not grand romantic gestures, just ordinary, everyday moments of being together. She will choose you over the television. She will choose you over her phone. She will choose you over 1,000 other distractions. Not because she is demanding your attention, because she is offering hers. And if you do not look up from your screen, you will miss her. The fourth behavior. She remembers small things you told her. This one surprises most men, because they assume that remembering details is just being a good partner, not a sign of desire. But let me explain what is really happening. When a woman wants you intimately, her brain releases dopamine when she thinks about you. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter of anticipation, of reward, of longing. And one of the ways dopamine expresses itself is through attention. She remembers that you have a doctor's appointment on Tuesday. She remembers that your favorite shirt is the blue one. She remembers that you mentioned a book you wanted to read 6 months ago. She remembers the name of your childhood dog because her brain is wired to pay attention to what matters to her. And if you matter to her, she is paying attention. I worked with a man named Bernard. Bernard was 58. His wife, Eloise, had been diagnosed with early-stage Alzheimer's. Bernard was her caregiver. And yet, even as her memory faded, Eloise still remembered certain things about Bernard. His birthday, how he took his coffee, the song that was playing when they first danced. Bernard said to me through tears, she is losing everything, but she still wants me. I can feel it, even when she cannot say it. That is the power of the fourth behavior. A woman who wants you will remember you. Not because she has a good memory, because you live in the warmest part of her mind. The fifth behavior. She touches you without needing anything in return. This is different from the small touches I have mentioned before. This is deeper. This is her hand on your chest while you are both watching television. And she leaves it there, not moving, not searching, just resting. This is her fingers in your hair while you are reading. Not trying to turn your head, not trying to start something, just touching you. Because touching you feels good. This is her leaning her whole weight against your back while you stand at the kitchen counter. Not asking for anything, just wanting to be close. When a woman wants you intimately, she will touch you for no other reason than to feel you, not to get something, not to start something, not to remind you of something, just because you are there. And her hands want to know you? Let me tell you about a woman named Mabel. Mabel was 71 years old, married for 49 years. Her husband, Albert, had recently survived a stroke. He could not walk without help. He could not speak clearly. And yet, every evening, Mabel would sit next to Albert on the couch and place her hand on his knee. Just there, just resting. I asked her why. She smiled and said, because he is still my husband, and my hand still loves him. That is the fifth behavior. She touches you without needing anything back. Because the touch itself is the gift, not a down payment, not a request. Just love speaking through her fingertips. The sixth behavior, and this one is the most beautiful of all. She lets you see her when she is not okay. I have saved this for last because it is the most vulnerable, the most honest, the most easily missed. When a woman wants you intimately, truly wants you, not just physically, but completely, she will stop performing. She will stop pretending she has it all together. She will stop hiding her tears in the bathroom. She will stop saying, I am fine when she is not fine. She will stop fixing her hair before you see her in the morning. She will stop apologizing for being tired, for being sad, for being human. She will simply let you see her. And this is terrifying for most women, because every woman carries a quiet fear that if you see her when she is not performing, you will leave. You will be disappointed. You will stop wanting her. So when she lets you see her anyway, when she cries in front of you, when she admits she is struggling, when she shows up with messy hair and tired eyes and a heart full of honest ache, that is not a weakness. That is the deepest invitation she can offer. She's saying, I trust you with my real self, and I want you to want her, not the polished version. Her, let me tell you about one last couple. George and Henrietta, married for 52 years. Henrietta had been diagnosed with depression late in life. She spent weeks in bed. She barely ate. She cried constantly. George could have pulled away, could have been overwhelmed, could have wished for the younger, happier, easier version of his wife, but he did not. He lay down next to her every single night. He held her hand. He said, "I am not going anywhere. You do not have to be okay for me to stay." And Henrietta, in the middle of her darkest season, looked at George and whispered, "I still want you, even like this. Especially like this." That is the sixth behavior. She lets you see her when she is not okay, because she trusts you with her whole self, and she wants to be wanted completely. So let me bring these six behaviors together. She faces you. She slows her breathing to match yours. She finds excuses to be alone with you. She remembers small things you told her. She touches you without needing anything in return. She lets you see her when she is not okay. These are not tricks. These are not games. These are not things she does to manipulate you. These are the honest, quiet, beautiful expressions of a woman who wants to be close to you. And if you learn to see them, if you learn to receive them without pressure, without demand, without rushing, you will never again wonder whether she wants you. Because she will be showing you every single day, not with words, with her breath, with her hands, with her presence, with her trust. And that is the most intimate thing in the world. Soft piano music swells gently, warm, hopeful, deeply human. If this conversation touched something in your heart, I hope you will subscribe, not because of algorithms, but because there are more conversations like this to share about seeing each other, about the quiet language of desire, about learning to notice the woman who is already showing you everything. I will be here next time. Until then, watch for the small things. And when you see them, receive them like the gifts they are,